I bleed tonight if I am sad tonight. I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 2, Episode 59. This is day one of the NXT Mega 12 Juniors tournament. As you can see, we have Titus O'Neil. We'll get to that in a second. But this is day one of the Mega 12 Juniors, our tournament where we will accumulate points. The top 4 wrestlers going to a single elimination semifinal and final round tournament. I have Cohen with me here again today. Cohen, how's it going, brother?
Hi guys, I'm excited. I am stoked. And if you want to wonder something, we are watching Battleground. The Punjabi version match is going on our main event.
Yeah, as we speak. Now remember, in this NXT Mega 12 Juniors, everybody will face everybody one time. So today we're going to be seeing whoever we see, but remember, if you want to see them in different matchups, you will, but later on in the tournament. So let's get straight into the action. The camera turns on and Titus O'Neil is on the screen, much to the fans' shock and to somewhat delight, Cohen. Titus smiles that trademark smile of his and said he's glad to be a part of NXT. Titus said he's not sure if people in NXT have been living under a rock, but if they have, let me tell you what I'm doing here. The fans cheer. Titus says that Titus Worldwide, the Titus brand, has been selected by Triple H to oversee the day-to-day aspects of NXT while Mr. Regal is on his 6-month sabbatical. The fans boo at this, but Titus assures them that he's not the reason Willie Regal is gone. But he'll take advantage nevertheless when given the opportunity because Titus Worldwide is all about building relationships. Titus tells us to sit back, relax, and enjoy day one of the NXT Mega 12 Juniors. So guys, this tournament is going to be quick. It's not going to be long. There's not going to be a lot of storylines. It's just going to be mostly matches and little segments to break it up. We got a 61C for Titus debuting here tonight. Next, the announcers welcome us to ringside. We're going to have one hell of a show. The camera stands on them for a while as we fade to ringside. So like I said, we're going to go through these quickly because these are just extra shows. 60C. In the first tournament match, Ty Dillinger defeats Crow in 908 with a submission via a sharpshooter. Ty Dillinger gets the victory, 58C- rating, a 58 and a 53 for Crow and Dillinger. If you win, you get 2 points. If you lose, you get 0 points. And if you tie, if it goes to a time limit draw, you get 1 point. 58C-. Next, the fans cheer as Jushin Thunder Liger, one of William Regal's best friends in the business, is shown on screen. Before Regal left, he signed him for the upcoming NXT Mega 12 Juniors tournament. We then see a shift to the NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion, Roddy Strong. They meet in the main event tonight. So Liger was great to hear. 77B and Liger will be in 11 matches here in NXT and possible semifinal and final matches as well. Liger is in this tournament thanks to William Regal. 77B. This is one of Cohen's favorite wrestlers.
He is my favorite New Japan masked guy.
Yeah.
Other than the Bullet Club, he is my overall favorite, except Kenny Omega and the Enemy.
All right. Next tournament match. We had Kyle O'Reilly defeat TJP with the ankle lock. So this was a technical masterclass. It didn't do great, but it wasn't awful. Carino has good chemistry with Tom Phillips. We know this. Kyle O'Reilly with a 52, TJP with a 47. Not too bad. These guys aren't very over, and we're going to have a lot of matches that aren't going to be very highly rated because it's going to be featuring a lot of our juniors who aren't very over Cohen, but that's all right. We'll build them up as we go. And it's a 54C-. And as you can see, guys, we have our blank Money in the Bank and our Mr. NXT logo. If you guys haven't watched the last edition of NXT, you definitely don't want to miss that one.
Because there was a bunch of title changes, a bunch of cashing in things.
It was crazy. Next, Cohen, we see Aleister Black make his special entrance as Donst just stands in the ring. That is a member of Crow's Nest Donst. 76B-, so that's great. No worker improvements, but Aleister Black, Cohen, is getting more and more over. In a decent match, Aleister Black earns 2 points, defeating Donst in 723 with a roundhouse kick. Aleister Black gets the victory here tonight, 65C. Aleister Black with a 68. That's great. The crowd is hot, Cohen. Donst with a 53. And like I said, folks, we're going to be going through these quickly, partially because, you know, we have this is just the extra show. This is our tournament, so this is day one. We got 10 more of these to go. And as you can see, we're in front of 10,000 people. We had to run these as events. I couldn't get a company to take on our show. I couldn't get the WWE Network to give us another show, if only for a couple months. The USA Network, I could have, but I didn't really want to make another new show for this. So we're just going to do it on the events section of the game. Next, a hype video for Bobby Fish. He'll make his NXT debut tonight, Cohen. Bobby Fish, 56C-. He debuted in real life in NXT shortly ago, and he'll be debuting here tonight for us at day 1 of the Juniors tournament. All right, our next match, Cohen. Cedric Alexander defeats Mark Andrews in... Cedric Alexander's drew with Mark Andrews in 10 minutes with time expires. So Andrews and Cedric Alexander both get a point, Cohen, because they drawed. They had a tie. And when you have a tie, you get a point. So he's Mark Andrews from NXT UK, obviously, is improving his performance skills. 42D, not a great match, but that's okay. Next, the camera turns on as we see Titus O'Neil in the back with Velvet Sky, Cohen, the manager of Blake and Murphy. Well, I wonder what she's doing here. Velvet Sky welcomes Titus to NXT, in which he replies, "Thank you in kind." Velvet Sky asked Titus for a match against Blake and Murphy. Velvet Sky asked Titus for a match for Blake and Murphy against Team 601 next week. Velvet Sky pulls out her cell phone and shows Titus a clip of Blake being pinned by Nick Miller at TakeOver Legacy. However, she pauses the video code at a certain point and shows Titus that Blake's shoulders were never on the mat. Titus, upon seeing this, agrees with Velvet, and that next week TM61 will take on Blake and Murphy. And heck, says Titus, I'm a generous guy. The winner can face the Authors of Pain for the NXT Tag Team Championships the following week. Titus stops and thinks, "Do you know where the Authors of Pain are?" He asks Velvet Sky, "And do you know where the Ellering Alliance are?" And of course, the Ellering Alliance is the Authors of Pain, Rachel, Paul Ellering, Ruby Riott, and of course, the newest guy, Brodus Clay, that's right. He says, "I can't find those guys, and they have Mr. NXT's championship." "Man," says Titus, "Triple H threw me into the fire here, so let's try and smoke him out, huh?" Velvet Sky thanks Titus and leaves. Next week, Cohen, on NXT, we have TM61, that's Nick Miller and Shane Thorne taking on Blake and Murphy, the winner getting the Authors of Pain for the championships next week. 64C.
Right now, I was looking at the TV. I see Randy Orton stepping into the Punjabi prison.
That's right. All right, next, in an extremely short match, Bobby Fish defeats Oney Lorcan in 5:14 via submission. Fish and Lorcan have great chemistry, Cohen. That's great. Bobby Fish with a 64, Lorcan with a 34. Wow. Bobby Fish carried us to a 58C- rating, Cohen. Very good, and he's improving in performance. That's good. He has to be one of the favorites to advance in the Juniors tournament. Bobby Fish, 58C-. We next see both Roderick Strong and Jushin Thunder Liger walking to the ring, Cohen. They're in action next. 74B-. Next, a video for the Velveteen Dream plays. He'll be making his debut on NXT TV, Cohen, in 2 weeks, 64C-. And let's get straight into our main event of Roddy Strong versus Jushin Thunder Liger. It's going to get us a 58C-. That's not great, but Roddy Strong defeats Jushin Liger in 9 minutes and 26 seconds via submission with a stronghold. Roddy Strong, the current NXT Junior Heavyweight Champion, so it's not a surprise he won. Cohen was rooting for Liger, but Roddy Strong gets the victory tonight. 66 for Strong, 46 for Liger. Ugh, Liger's getting up there in age, guys. Hopefully this is at least a 60. Ugh, 57. The fans were disappointed that no storylines advanced during the show. Okay, we'll have to make a tournament for a storyline for this tournament, and the show lost its popularity in 16 regions, and that's not great. What I may have to do is build up angles around our current NXT superstars that we're featuring more prominently and try to get a higher rating, because we're working really hard to get our increases. But if we work hard to get our increases and then the pay-per-view, which is more important, gets its decreases, bigger decreases, that's not going to be good. But either way, this was NXT The Game Season 2 Episode 59. This was NXT Mega 12 Juniors Day number 1. Thanks everyone, and have a
glorious
day.